Hey guys, today we're diving into the ultimate guide on creating an AI-powered system for crafting irresistible cold email subject lines that will double your open rates. Whether you're tired of seeing those unopened emails sitting in your sent folder, or you just want to automate and optimize your email strategy, this video has got you covered. We'll break down each step so you can set up this system in no time and start seeing results. Are you ready? Let's get started. First of all, thank you for coming back, and a big welcome to all of our new subscribers joining us today. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Jake Dawson, and I'm here to bring you the latest in AI sales, automation, and productivity hacks. And remember, everything we cover here is designed to help you get real results. These aren't just theories, but actionable steps that you can implement right now. If you're new to the channel or looking more ways to level up your workflow, don't forget to check out the school community link below. Inside, you'll find exclusive Make.com templates, including the exact one we're using in today's tutorial. And of course, hit that subscribe button and the bell button to stay in the loop of our bi-weekly videos and live sessions. Let's dive in. Okay, we're starting off today by building a lead list, which is going to be the foundation of everything we do in this tutorial. So whether you're using Crunchbase, Apollo.io, or another lead generation tool, the idea is to collect a wealth of data on potential prospects and store it in a well-organized spreadsheet. Now, what you want to make sure of is that you include the essential columns that will set us up for success later on. Here's what your Google Sheet should look like. You'll have columns like organization name, website, industry, headquarters, and so on. But for the magic we're about to create, the most critical piece of data we need is the company LinkedIn URL. Why? Because we're going to leverage that URL to extract valuable information about each company's value proposition. It's the key to writing personalized subject lines that will resonate with the recipient, making your cold email stand out in a crowded inbox. Trust me, this one detail can make or break the effectiveness of your outreach. So make sure that you're capturing the company LinkedIn URL for every lead you add. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's dive into enriching your spreadsheets with even more data from LinkedIn. And don't worry, this doesn't involve manually copying and pasting information from hundreds of LinkedIn profiles. That would take forever, right? Instead, we're going to automate the process using a Chrome extension called Cookie Importer for Derek. You can think of Derek as your personal data miner, pulling the essential details from LinkedIn without you having to do any heavy lifting. To get started, open your Chrome browser, go to Google and type Chrome extensions, then head over to the Chrome extension store and search for Cookie Importer for Derek. Once you found it, hit Add to Chrome. Easy, right? But we're not done yet. We also need to add Google Sheets extensions that will allow Derek to work its magic inside our spreadsheet. This is where we get into the exciting part. Derek's LinkedIn and email finder. Go to your Google Sheets and click on Extensions, Add-ons, Get Add-ons. In the search bar, type Derek and install the extension called LinkedIn and Email Finder, Derek. Once that's done, we're ready to start pulling data directly into your lead generation spreadsheet. All right, we've installed Derek, but now we need to activate it. To do that, you'll need a serial number from the Chrome extension. Sounds a bit techy, but it's straightforward. Go to your address bar in Chrome and you'll see this icon. Click on that and scroll down until you see the Cookie Importer for Derek extension. Open it and copy the serial number they give you. Then head back to your Google Sheet, go to Extensions, and find the Derek extension in the list. Open it as a sidebar and paste the serial number to activate the extension inside Google Sheets. Once that's set, you'll have the power to pull data from LinkedIn directly into your spreadsheet. At this point, Derek is all set up and ready to go. Here's where the real fun begins. Inside your Derek sidebar, you'll notice a tab labeled Companies. What you'll do is click on it and select Enrich LinkedIn Companies button. This feature will scan your spreadsheet, identify the LinkedIn URLs, and begin fetching all the important details. Company descriptions, value propositions, and anything else that might be useful for writing a compelling cold email subject line. Select the column that contains the LinkedIn company's URLs and click Enrich. Now sit back and let Derek do its thing. In just a few moments, you'll see new columns of data popping up with fresh insights about each company. Now that your spreadsheet is filled with all that LinkedIn goodness, it's time to clean it up. I know. Data cleaning sounds boring, but trust me, it's worth it. You want to strip away any irrelevant columns that aren't necessary for our current task, which is crafting killer subject lines and email copy. So take a moment and clean the spreadsheet, leaving only the columns that will help you build rapport with your leads. Next, we'll create 2 new columns in your sheet called subject line and email copy. These are going to be the heroes of this automation. The subject line is your hook. It's what gets the people to open the email. The email copy, on the other hand, is what keeps them reading. We're going to use AI to craft these based on data we've enriched, ensuring that each email feels personal and tailored to its recipient. And this is where the automation comes into play, because doing this manually would take ages. Enter Make.com, your go-to platform for automating repetitive tasks like this. If you haven't used Make.com before, think of it as the ultimate workflow automation tool. It allows you to connect various apps, pull data from one place, and push it to another, all without writing a single line of code. First, we're going to create a new scenario in Make.com, which will automate the process of generating subject lines and email copy. The beauty of Make.com is that even if you're working with thousands of leads, it'll handle everything for you in the background. So let's build the first part of this automation. Inside Make.com, you'll want to add a Google Sheets module. We're going to use this to pull data from the spreadsheet we've been working on. Select the Search Rows action and enter your spreadsheet's ID. You can find the ID by opening this menu and choosing the right spreadsheet. For the sheet name, choose the default name you see there. Choose Yes when asked if the table contains headers. This tells Make.com that we're working with columns that have names like organization name, industry, and so on. In our case, there's no need for filters, so leave it empty. If you scroll down more, you can even limit the number of rows you want to process. But for now, we'll leave that blank and let Make.com pull everything. With the data pulled into Make.com, we're ready to move on to the next step. Generating irresistible subject lines using OpenAI. This is where the real magic happens. Add a new OpenAI module to your scenario and choose the Create a Completion action. If you haven't connected OpenAI to Make.com yet, you'll need to grab your API key from OpenAI's website. No worries though, I've made a separate tutorial on how to do that, and I'll put it up on the top right side of this video right about now. This will give you a quick rundown on how to connect your OpenAI module to Make.com. Once your OpenAI API is connected, choose GPT-4o as the model. Why GPT-4o? Because it's the most advanced model available at the moment and can generate incredibly nuanced human-like text. Now, let's talk about the prompt that we'll use. This is where we tell OpenAI what we want it to do with the data. We're going to ask it to take the information from our Google Sheet, things like company description, industry, and value proposition, and craft a personalized subject line for each company. You don't have to come up with the prompt yourself. I've already written it for you, and you can find it inside our school community. Check it out in the description below. Set the max tokens to 1,000, which ensures that OpenAI can generate a detailed response, and you're ready to go. All right, we've got our subject lines, but what about the actual email content? For that, we're going to use another OpenAI module. This time, we'll create a chat completion that will generate the email copy. Again, you need to craft a detailed prompt that instructs OpenAI on what kind of email you're looking to send. Are you looking to book a call with the prospect? Maybe you're inviting them to a webinar. Whatever your goal is, the prompt should reflect that. Now, here's where we get into the real power of OpenAI. We want the email copy to be as ready for posting as soon as it's generated, which means it should already be formatted into HTML markup. By doing this, we ensure the email looks polished and professional across any email client without needing to tweak it after the fact. Here's the actual prompt I use. So why do all these details matter? The tone of voice is critical to how your message is received. If the tone is too formal or pushy, you risk turning off the recipient. That's why the email should feel more like a helpful conversation than a sales pitch. By specifying a friendly and conversational tone, you make it more likely that the reader will engage with your message. This makes the recipient feel like you're talking to them, not just sending another generic email. And that personal touch can make all the difference in your open and reply rates. In terms of the lines, short lines improve readability, especially on mobile devices. Think about it. Most people check their emails on their phone, and long paragraphs or sentences can feel overwhelming. By keeping each line short and breaking the email into digestible chunks, you increase the likelihood that your email will be read in full, and more importantly, understood. It's all about making the email as easy to consume as possible. Another thing, formatting. Specifying HTML ensures that the email will look polished and professional in any email provider. You don't want to spend hours tweaking the email to make sure it looks right in different inboxes, right? By formatting it up front in HTML, you're making sure that the content is not only readable, but also visually appealing. Clear, short lines, bold text, maybe even some italics. It's all about guiding the reader's eyes to the most important information. This helps highlight your key points and makes it much easier for the recipient to follow along. So the goal here with OpenAI isn't to just automate the content creation, but to ensure that every email that goes out looks and feels professional, engaging, and easy to read. With these tools, you're not just saving time, you're making sure your outreach is effective and polished right from the get-go. Once OpenAI has generated the email copy, we'll be ready to populate our spreadsheet. Now let's tie everything together by automatically updating our Google Sheet with the AI-generated subject lines and email content. To do this, we'll add another Google Sheets module in Make.com, but this time we'll choose the update of row action. What we're telling Make.com here is take the results from OpenAI and place them into the correct row of our Google Sheet. For the row number, we'll use the value from the search rows module we set up earlier. Here's where the mapping happens. We'll take the output from OpenAI and match it to the corresponding columns in our sheet. So the subject lines generated from the first OpenAI module will go into the subject line column, and the email copy from the second OpenAI module will be placed into the email copy column. It's crucial to ensure everything is mapped correctly so the right data ends up in the right place. To make the workflow even more organized, you can rename each module based on its functionality. For instance, OpenAI Module 1 can be renamed to Generate Subject Line. Module 2 can be renamed to Generate Email Copy. By renaming each module, you'll have a clear and structured automation process, making it easier to troubleshoot or expand later. Once you've mapped the fields, it's time to test the workflow. Click Run once and watch as the automation populates your Google Sheets with personalized subject lines and intro paragraphs for each lead one by one. The beauty of this setup is its scalability. You could have thousands of leads and the system will handle it effortlessly. By leveraging OpenAI and Make.com, you're not only creating personalized content, but automating the entire process, saving you tons of time and ensuring consistency across all your cold emails. Pretty neat, right? At this point, you've built an entire system that generates irresistible subject lines and personalized email copy for cold outreach, all in a matter of minutes. Think about how much time this will save you in the long run. Instead of spending hours crafting individual emails, you've automated the entire process, freeing up your time to focus on other important aspects of your business. All right, now that we've got the automation running, let's talk about the pros and the cons of this workflow and how you can upgrade it for even better results. Let's start with the pros. First off, time saving is the biggest benefit here. We've essentially built a system that does all the heavy lifting for you. Instead of manually crafting each subject line in email, you've got AI generating personalized content in seconds. This kind of automation is scalable, meaning whether you've got 10 or 10,000 leads, the system handles it effortlessly. Another big advantage is consistency. Using AI to write your emails, you maintain a uniform tone and structure across all your communication, ensuring that no leads slip through the cracks because of a poorly written message. Plus, with everything formatted in HTML, your emails look polished no matter what email provider your recipient uses. No more worrying about broken layouts or weird formatting. It's all taken care of upfront. This makes your outreach more professional, which can really help with your open and response rates. Now, let's be real. No system is perfect. So here are some of the potential cons. One is the initial setup. While Make.com and OpenAI are relatively user-friendly, there's a bit of a learning curve, especially if you're new to automation. You'll need to invest some time up front to get everything connected and running smoothly. Another thing to keep in mind is API usage costs. OpenAI charges based on how much you use their service. So if you're pulling in thousands of rows of data and generating content for each, those costs can add up. It's not astronomical, but it's something you want to keep an eye on. Lastly, the AI is powerful. It's not perfect. You'll need to review some of the content it generates to make sure it hits the right notes, especially for more nuanced industries or highly technical fields. Now, let's move on to some tips to upgrade this workflow and really take it to the next level. One cool thing you can do is refine your prompts for OpenAI. Instead of just asking it to generate a generic email or subject line, you can tailor your prompts to be more specific about the tone, style, or even the call to action. For example, if you're targeting different industries, you could tweak the prompt to reflect the pain points unique to that sector, making your emails even more relevant to each lead. And here's where it gets even better. I've created a series of 15 plus cold email templates that are available in our community. These templates are designed for different situations, industries, and approaches. You can easily pick the ones that resonate with your business or your audience and include them in your prompt to guide ChatGPT. This way, you're not just relying on AI to come up with a response from scratch, but you're nudging it to give the exact kind of tone and structure that you want. For instance, if you've got a cold email template that works particularly well for SaaS companies, you can add it to the prompt to make sure that the email ChatGPT generates is closely aligned with that style. Similarly, if you want a more conventional, casual approach or something more formal, just grab the relevant template and integrate it into the prompt. This makes the output even more predictable and ensures that you get responses that match your style and tone every time. So don't just set it and forget it. Keep tweaking and optimizing as you go. And there you have it. By combining Google Sheets, the Derek Chrome extension, Make.com, and OpenAI, you've created a fully automated system that not only streamlines your cold email outreach, but it also makes it far more effective. This system ensures that each email feels personal and relevant to the recipient, increasing your chances of getting opens and replies. Now, I want to hear from you. How do you plan to unleash this email slinging beast in your business? Drop a comment below and let me know. And hey, if this tutorial made your day even just a little easier, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and tap that notification bell so you're always in the loop for more nerdy but useful automation. And if you're hungry for more templates, tricks, tips, just like the ones we used today, head over to the school community. It's packed with resources to help you automate your workflows, save time, and maybe even finally stop drowning in spreadsheets. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll catch you in the next video. Don't forget your coffee.